So the next budget we're going to do is the schedule of cash disbursements for purchases. So I'll put a heading on this, Bryn Inc., and this is called Schedule of Cash Disbursements for Purchases, and I'm going to put March 31st. And I'll also start with December, do January, February, March, and then the quarter. Maybe April. And I just want to make it look pretty. Okay, so I have to figure out the pattern for purchases. So the required purchases that I'm looking at is the 270, the 315, the 165, and the 750,000. And it's going to tell us how we're actually collecting these purchases. So it tells me in G, 1/2 of a month's inventory purchases are paid for in the month of purchase. So I'm going to say 50% current month, and then we're paying for the rest of the purchases in the next month. So it says the other half are paid in the following month. So then following month, 50%. Okay, so if I look at this, so if I look at January, I'm taking 270,000 and multiplying that by 50%. So that's for the current month. And then I'm going to take 270 and multiply that by 50%, and then that's being collected in February. So half now, half next month. So half now, and then half next month. For March, half now, 165,000 times 50%, and then half next month. So I'll just do April over here. So that went reasonably well, except for the problem is I don't have this number for January. So half of December's purchase is going to be collected in January. And so I look up here and we actually didn't finish that schedule. So if you don't have the information for the purchase budget, then where you can actually get that number is from the balance sheet, because it's going to be your accounts payable. So if we go up here and I look at accounts payable, it says that, because this is from the prior quarter, accounts payable is 93,000. So I'm making an assumption that that's just the purchases. So that's half of December's purchase that's going to be now paid in January. So just make a note of that. You'll either have to calculate it or you can pick it off the balance sheet as accounts payable. Okay, so I'm going to do my total cash disbursements for purchases. So just add those downwards, and then I'm going to add them across as well. So you can do each individual as a sum, or you can sum it once. And this just drag the formula down and then fix all of the lines afterwards. So double underline when you're done the statement, and then dollar signs on the beginning and last, and and then we'll highlight the quarter that we're working on. Now, some actually like to then just list all of the other disbursements on one schedule, but I'm actually just going to keep them separated. So I'll have a separate schedule for cash disbursements, and then we're going to do a next schedule for the expenses.